Hi guys, this video is about the CA Final Advanced Auditing course for the November 23 and May 24 or even thereafter. So what are the details that you must know before you enroll into my advanced auditing classes? So many of you might be having some doubts in mind about what are the classes that we provide, what content that we cover, what materials that we provide, what are the precautions that you should take, like so many. So I have classified all those queries into broadly 6 categories. Like what is the syllabus that we are having, and what are the materials that we provide, what is the lecture duration, and what value added services that we are providing you. And we have two sets of courses called full course for audit and smart course for audit, and what is the care that we must take so that any level of exam you can perform with. Now before I talk about all these issues, first, why many students have felt okay this particular CA final May 23 paper was difficult, why many felt it was difficult. um, I am not overwhelming. Confidently I'm telling you, whoever students enrolled with our audit classes at least watched 80% of the recordings. For them, the yesterday's audit paper, I am doing this video on 8th of May. After 7th May, on 7th audit paper completed, audit exam is completed for CA final. So many of my students who ever enrolled with my classes, for sure I'm confident, if at all they have completed 70 to 80% of the classes productively, correctly, for them it is not a surprise. They don't feel the yesterday's paper as a surprise at all, where many students have told. In fact, on the YouTube, I have conducted a poll where more than 4,000 students voted, assuming 50% are authentic. Majority of them have said that paper was extremely tough. So this is what the feedback given. So why many students felt it was difficult? Like first point, let me tell you clearly. Many students are not giving importance to audit subject like how they are giving importance to FR and SFM. Please listen to this video till the end. Here I'm not just talking about my course detail. I'm talking about clearly what care you should take so that in the next attempt, no matter how tough the paper, let it come. No matter how tough the paper is going to be, you will not make a mistake. See, I always believe in one thing. It is always better to work 2 more hours extra. It is always better to work 2 more hours extra every day rather than wasting 6 months of time. Many students, it's not just about one attempt, multiple attempts they are taking only because of audit subject in CA final. In the past 4-5 attempts, I can say in the past 2.5-3 years, the exam dynamics have changed like anything. You have to be very careful. It is better you work extra month, 1 more month extra you work, 2 more months extra you take up for preparation. Daily increase your preparation time by 2 or 3 hours. Work little more compared to what you can standardly work, so that you will not waste 1, 2, or 3 multiple attempts. You will not be wasting. In one attempt, in one go, you can crack. Getting it now? So let me be clear. So May 23 exams, why many students felt it was difficult. One of the poisoning factor for many students is the chart books material, the chart materials, and even fast track and crash courses. You know, many of my students, many students know that I don't provide crash course or fast track courses at all. So fine. So many know that I don't provide fast track and crash courses for CA final or even for CA inter also. And many of your seniors, you ask them, many suggest for CA final audit, take crash course, that's enough. My question to you directly, you ask your senior or any friend who suggested you to take fast track or crash course for audit or any other subject for the matter, are you studying any additional content other than covered in fast track and crash course? First question. So what do you mean by this? See, in crash course and fast track and crash, in both the cases, if syllabus is 100%, we hardly cover some 30 to 40% in case if it is a fast track. In case if it is a crash course, some 50 to 60%, worst case 70%. Ask the friend who have suggested you crash course, did he or did she studied more concepts than what is covered in the crash course? Majority of them say the answer no. Whatever concepts that are covered in crash course, whatever concepts that are covered in fast track, only they will be revising that. Well, see, general student mentality is that. Suppose you took my classes. It may be crash course or full course, whatever. Getting it? Of course, I don't deal with crash course. Whatever the course that you have enrolled with me or with our institute, Srestha, whatever we give you the material, whatever the content that we cover in our material, whatever that we cover in our lectures, only that you revise. You will not revise generally beyond that, even though you know that there is some leftover syllabus. Which means, by choosing crash courses, you are indirectly sticking your preparation to those selective topics. And that's what happened in the yesterday's audit paper, May 23. Many concepts students did not expect that they will come, but they're not tough. They're very routine concepts. I made a video yesterday on the paper analysis briefly. I just saw the paper briefly and I made a video immediately. Okay, definitely some 1 or 2 mistakes might be possible in that, but you see the video, I clearly explained how the questions came, how the questions were asked, all that. And most of the questions were expected questions based on our lectures. Like one more thing, let me be clear. By the way, in this video, we have provided timestamps also on the YouTube. Okay, so timestamps were there on the YouTube clearly. So because all the topics we have given timestamps, so that if at all you're not interested to watch this particular timestamp, you can skip to the next one. Suppose if you look at FR and SFM, you are providing, you are giving almost 200 plus hours for coaching, another 200 hours of preparation for FR alone. Same way you are giving similar effort for SFM also. But when it comes to audit, you want to finish coaching within 60 hours. You want to finish coaching within 50, 70 hours. Like the answer, you know, what answer they, what argument they do. Sir, how much ever we study in audit, we can't score much. Have you ever, first of all, you are not fit enough. You are not fit enough to comment like this. Why? Because without spending that 400 hours which you spend on FR, if you spend that same amount of time on audit, still if the result is not proper, then you are eligible to comment like that. 99.99% of the students who comment that audit is not a scoring subject would have never given equal importance like FR. They never. Simply they argue that, sir, it's a theory subject, we can't score. In the last attempt CA Inter November 22 result, one of my students who watched the marathon, getting it, he watched only my marathon for 3 to 4 times he watched, and then he prepared from the book. He has got 90 marks. Because his result was claimed by one institute, I did not claim that student result. He messaged me 90 out of 100. I even sent a screenshot about his appreciation to me on my YouTube previously. At the time of November 22 result came, no, in January month, I uploaded screenshots. You can see on my YouTube community panel. 90 marks he got. There are many students of mine. Of course, there are many students in your seniors also, with many other faculties also, who has scored more than 70 in audit, who has scored more than 75 in audit. The problem is, without spending time, without spending productive time, you are arguing that audit is not a scoring subject. First of all, you spend time, man. You put efforts. Then you can talk about what, whether we can score or not. You don't give 50% importance also, like you give for FR and you give for SFM. You don't give 50% importance to audit and you still expect scoring examination. And you comment that it is difficult to score. It is not understandable. People made like that. Their incapability, they are unable to explain the audit subject properly. Their incapability made the subject look like that. Look at my marathon. You love the subject. You ask any student who have watched my marathon, your seniors, they simply tell you audit is a very practical subject. Those who listen to my class, it's a very, I don't say that 100% of the syllabus I teach practically, but I can ensure that 70% of the audit syllabus at CA final, at CA inter, 70%, more than 70% of the syllabus I teach very, very, very practical, and I'm proud of that. So this is about the first doubt in your mind, why many students felt May 23 attempt was difficult. That's it. Now let me talk about the remaining contents which you need to know, which you must know. So first of all, what is the syllabus that we have in CA final audit? So we have in CA final audit approximately, as per ICA book, we have totally 18 chapters. As per ICA book, we have totally 18 chapters. And as per my material, we splitted those chapters into 22. Out of that, what I will not cover, I will tell you clearly at this moment itself. I will not be covering schedule 3. I will not be covering schedule 3 discussion in my class, because schedule 3 discussion takes lots of time. So, and moreover, it is very important and relevant in financial reporting subject, which is covered for you in the financial reporting. So I am assuming that it is covered in remaining subject. I'm not covering. By the way, sir, what is the duration of lecture? I have not yet spoke about materials duration, not yet. I'll come to it slowly. Please listen. See, you need to spend this minimum basic due diligence. You need to do basic due diligence before you enroll into a course. So you must know before you enroll into my course, what are the things that are there and what are the things that we provide. So this is something that we don't discuss in depth in the class. I mean, we don't discuss schedule 3 at all. And there is another chapter called Audit Committee and Corporate Governance. Inside that, there is something called Corporate Governance, where there are many LODR regulations. We have something called LODR. If at all you don't know anything about audit syllabus, just briefly, there is something called SEBI LODR, Listing Obligation Disclosure Requirement Regulations, where they will talk about Board of Directors Committees provisions. That I will not be discussing in our regular class. That I will not be discussing. So, you know, if I discuss this corporate governance, it will take 10 plus hours. And if I discuss this schedule 3, it will take 10 plus hours. Some 20 hours related discussion I am not taking. Excluding this, what is the total number of main lectures? You know, 140 hours. My CA final audit classes are 140 hours, excluding the topics which I am ignoring. Excluding, there is some other topics like this. You know, this 20 chapter also, CA final institute book. CA final institute book says, you know, there is a chapter, second chapter in ICA CA final material. Inside that second chapter, there is a last page. There what they mentioned is, for these chapters, for these standards, please refer CA Inter, documentation chapter, sampling chapter, analytical procedure chapter. For these chapter, the institute is asking you to refer CA Inter material. And May 23, yesterday audit paper was evidence for that. They asked a question on sampling for 5 marks. A second question, subpoint A, sub question A. 5 marks question directly from CA Inter material. And this is what I tell in my class also. For these, if you want to score, if you want to pakka score on these topics, no other option, you have to refer CA Inter material. And what I am doing, you know, whatever ICI told, whatever the institute have told for the second chapter, what you have to do, whatever ICI told, same I am telling my students to do. I'm not applying my own knowledge here. I'm not applying my mindset here. I'm just following institute guidelines. So for these topics, SA 500, 230, 330, 530, 520, for these topics, ICI book clearly says refer CA Inter book, CA Inter material. So in my lectures also, in my material also, I am giving CA Inter material only for them. For these topics, I am giving CA Inter material. Then not only the CA Inter material I am providing, videos also I am providing CA Inter. These videos will be some 30 hours. Again, excluding this 30 hours only 140. Excluding that 30 hours only, my main CA final, whatever I cover exclusively in CA final audit will be 140 hours. In addition to this 140, 10 hours topic I don't cover at all in the class. Another schedule 3 I don't cover at all in the class, because corporate governance is covered for you in corporate law. It is covered in depth for you in corporate law. In fact, practical questions were also there in corporate law paper. I don't cover them in the audit. Then schedule 3 is there in the FR paper, which will again take 10 to 12 hours discussion, which I don't cover. Some 30 hours worth of topic I am giving you CA Inter recording. Totally this 50 hours. Ignoring this, my main lecture will be 140. Which means some 50 hours worth of lecture I am giving you CA Inter, or some out of this 30 hours I am giving you CA Inter, 20 hours I am not taking at all. Excluding that only, my audit lecture will come for 140 hours. Now you might immediately say, sir, there are many who are giving crash courses within 60, 70 hours. Why should we spend 140? That's what I told. It is not like what you think. It is not like what is covered in the crash. It is impossible to cover in crash. It is impossible. I showed just now how many hours it will take. It will take close to 200 hours. Only lectures I'm telling you, only chapter wise concept lectures. I'm not talking about question bank. I'm not talking about MCQ. I'm not talking about revision lecture. Since the students are feeling very bulky, I excluded these topics because this is covered in CA Interlaw, because this is covered in FR, because these are covered in CA Inter. I am excluding them in order to make the student comfortable that at least audit is 140 hours class. Logically, in my Google Drive, whoever enroll in my Google Drive, for them they will get 170 hours of lecture. Okay, including that whatever I told CA Inter. So this is the syllabus that you are having. Please do not get cheated by anybody. If somebody tells you audit is just 50, 60 hours crash course you take and study this small book, you will qualify. What happened yesterday? Majority students could not attempt properly. And what is the impact of this? If at all, by God's grace, if they qualify, I'm good. Very, very good and happy. What if they fail? One attempt got wasted just because of audit. And of course, SFM paper of May 23 was also tough. But see, instead of, see, you are continuously trying to compromise on your hard work. You need to work hard, obviously. You need to work productively. You need to work sincerely. Only then success will reach you. Success will follow you. If you always try for, looking for shortcuts, if you run behind money, it will never work. You work properly, sincerely, money will follow you. Success will follow you. This is the syllabus that we have. Next. Now, what are the, syllabus that we have is totally 22 chapters. Inside that, what I am not providing, I clearly told you. What I am also providing, I clearly told you. So, so that's it. Materials, what we provide. Simple. I'll show you in my website what materials that we will provide. By the way, you will get hard copy of it. You will be getting a hard copy of the material. Getting it? So, first of all, there is something called main material with me. Okay. So, inside that, module 1 is there. Module 2 is there. For you, when you enroll into the course, you will get module 1, module 1A, module 2. And there is something called question bank which you will get. So this P3 question bank is there, which is latest question bank which I did in edition 2023, where I exclusively covered standards audit report and company audit. So these topics alone, see, only in these topics surprise is there. Why? Because questions can be from pronouncements. Questions can be asked from pronouncement book, which is very comprehensive. Almost pronouncement book is more than 700-800 pages. Very comprehensive. Getting it? So that's why I have compiled based on the past 6 attempts RTPs and question papers a question bank on this. So this we will be providing to you. By the way, this soft copy you can download it here. The soft copy you can download it here. So I am now changing the material slightly so that students, whoever is enrolled with me for CA final on or after May 15th, on or after May 10th, on or after May 10th, 2023, you will be getting this question bank hard copy, which is updated question bank. Okay, and module 1, module 2 or my edition 2022, same I'm giving you. Now, sir, the materials that I am providing are the updated materials. Yes, they are updated. They are updated. Only 2 topics I did not update. One is peer review topic I did not update. I did not update peer review, for which we will give you PDF, 10 pages PDF on peer review. Some 8 to 10 pages PDF I'm providing you. And there is one more topic, NBFC audit amendments topic, ethics related amendments topic, which I directly discuss it from ICI book. Except these amendments, rest of the entire CA final material that I am going to provide you is updated material. So I hope you have got clarity on the material. The material that I am giving it to you as a hard copy, is it updated one? Yes, it is updated one. Now you might be having another query. Sir, the materials covers all types of ICA questions, past examination questions, all that. Yes, question bank will cover past examination questions, and the main material itself will cover plenty of practical questions at the end of each chapter. Sufficient number of questions. In fact, people are saying May 23 paper was tough, right? I challenge, I will show all these questions at the end of each chapter, either as an illustration or as a direct question. I will show you in my material. Next, in addition to this, you are also going to get a colored hard note, small sized smart notes. We call it a smart notes colored book. Getting it? This is also edition 2022. In that, peer review amendment, NBFC amendment is not updated. The reason why we did not update, in our main material as well as smart notes is clearly explained in the lecture. In fact, peer review people say it's an amendment. It's not amendment. It's an insertion. It's an additional provision added. It's an additional provision which is added in NBFC audit. But peer review, IC itself did not release amended chapter. They only released where and all amendments have taken place. And I clearly explained at the beginning of the peer review chapter in the Google Drive lecture clearly why you need to read amendments separately. The lectures are updated completely. Whatever lectures that we are providing you are completely recorded in 2023 year. From January to March month, we have recorded those lectures in a face-to-face class conducted. So I hope I have clearly explained you like syllabus that we have, materials that we are providing. I hope I have covered this. Okay, I hope you're clear on this. Now, what is the lectures duration? I already told lectures duration. So let me be clear on this. See, lectures. Suppose if you look at the Google Drive, that we provide, let me show you the Google Drive thing itself. Once you enroll into the course, you will get a Google Drive link. So no, in a mail. If you open that link, this is the folders that you will find. So you will find something like introduction, whatever the video now you are watching, right? That video will be there inside this. Now, then lectures will be there. Inside that, something called main lectures is there. Then revision lectures were there. Then MCQ videos were there. Fourth point, question bank lectures also I'm going to add this time. Now, so main lectures that I will provide you are 140 hours exclusively recorded for CA final. 30 hours content which I am providing from CA into totally 170 hours of main lectures I am providing. Now, MCQ lectures will be approximately some 10 to 15 hours. Then I am providing you revision lectures. Right now in the Google Drive, whoever is enrolling now recently, for them I have provided Google Drive lectures here or revision lectures. These revision lectures are something which we have conducted revision class face-to-face recently at Guntur. Okay, so that revision lectures we recorded and providing. This is not there on the YouTube. First point. Okay, clearly, understand that these revision lectures were not there on the YouTube. And in this revision lecture, I clearly predicted how May 23 paper is going to be, and exactly it matches. So, then now, So, and in addition to this, question bank lectures I'm going to provide, which will come some 10 hours. So, revision lectures will be some 25 hours. MCQs will be some 10 to 15 hours. All put together, it will be approximately 220 to 230 hours. If you are ready to spend 230 hours on auditing lectures, it may be for the main classes, MCQs, revision, question bank. It's a comprehensive. If you enroll with us, we will give you comprehensive coverage. We give you main lecture, we give you revision lecture, we give you MCQ lecture, we give you question bank. You need not work too much on your own. You need not be stressful on your own. This much comprehensive content nobody is providing in the market, and I'm proud of it that I'm providing. So I spoke about the lecture duration. I hope you are clear on this aspect. Now, what are the value added services that I am providing to you? Of course, one is MCQs which I'm providing, revision classes I'm providing, question bank I'm providing, RTP videos I'm providing. For November 23, MTP videos also I will be providing. And all these will be encrypted only in the Google Drive. They will not be available for YouTube. Only RTP will be made available for YouTube. Question bank, MCQs, all this I will be giving only for our Google Drive students. I will not be giving it for free on the YouTube. Next. Now, sir, what is the course price? I understood that course content is this, course duration is this, materials is this, all that I understood. Now, what categories of courses that you are having? I have something called full course and something called smart course. Two courses I'm having. Like, there is a chapter lectures. There is an order in which you need to watch the class. What is the order in which you need to watch the class? That particular video separately I'll be making. I'll be making a separate video in which order you need to watch the class. Anyhow, in each chapter, I clearly mentioned what is the next chapter. So even if you do not watch chapter order video and chapter order file, you can happily understand while watching the classes. Now, what is full course and smart course? Full course means the student will get complete 22 chapters. Smart course means these chapters he will not be getting. Smart course student will not get these chapters. Liabilities of auditor, in the May paper, some 4 marks question came on this. NBFC audit, some 5 marks question came in the May paper. Audit strategy 0, risk assessment 0, automated environment, some 4 marks question came. From this, some 5 marks question came. CFS audit 0. First mark from the chapters which are not given to smart course. From those chapters, approximately 20 marks came in the yesterday's paper. MCQs might be some another 5 to 10, hardly 30. Rest 90 marks a student can attempt. See, what is the objective of smart course? Sir, I cannot spend 140 hours, sir, only on main lectures of CA final. 30 you are saying CA inter lectures for 30 hours for some standards. Of course, it's because of ICI requirement. So 170 hours means too lengthy. So I developed one course where if a student prepare 2/3 of the lectures, if a student watch 2/3 of the lectures, prepare 2/3 of the syllabus, still he can attempt for 80 marks of the paper easily. This is called 70%, 80% strategy, 2/3 strategy, I call it as. Very famous strategy. You ignore all these chapters completely, no problem at all. You can still perform well in the exam, no matter how tough it is. Provided you are ignoring these chapters, no. The rest of the chapters, you have to be the best. In order to be the best, don't go for shortcuts like crash and fast. Go for regular course like mine. Smart course is also regular course. Full course is also regular. Regular means a detailed course. Where in smart course, we don't cover certain chapters. That's the only difference. 7 chapters we will not be covering. 14 chapters we will provide. Except them, remaining 14 chapters we will provide. With that 14 chapters, in the yesterday May 23 so-called toughest paper, 80 plus marks came. Whatever chapter I told students to ignore, many of our smart course students have really performed well. So that is about smart course. The smart course price is 7,500. Where except this, rest all other content, videos, material, everything is same. You get full-fledged material, all that. You get question bank videos, MCQ revision, everything. Main lectures only you will not get for these chapters. For main lectures only you will not get. So the price of the smart course is 7,500. Whereas the price of the full course, where even these chapters are also will be covered, full course will be 9,500. On any day, I recommend full course. Full course we will provide 8 months validity. Smart course we will provide 6 months validity. Full course we provide 1.5 U, and of course smart course will also be provided at 1.5 U. In fact, it's okay, or else let me cover that aspect later. So that's about full course and smart. Next we still have to understand. So even this point I have covered. Care that we must take so that your attempt will not be wasted in audit. The care that we have to take is indirectly covered in all the above points. Why students of May 23 felt difficult? I spoke so much extensively. Okay. And why my class duration is 140 hours. Exclusive CA final class is 140 hours. In addition to that, I provide some CA inter recordings of 30 hours, 170 hours main course, main content. Excluding 20 hours, 25 hours revision, excluding question bank of 10 hours, excluding MCQs of 10-15 hours, my content is 170. Getting it? The only care is, if you think every day I will watch audit for 3 hours, watch 4 hours, enough. 1 more hour extra you work. You can definitely, you can work. And don't say that audit is not a scoring subject without working on it first. You don't work, you will not work on audit, and you comment that it's not a scoring. No matter how much ever we work, it will not. Have you ever tried? I'm telling you, this is one of the most accurate subject. In FR and SFM, paper can be twisted like anything, but in audit it is not possible. Whatever is there in the standard, only that can be tested. Only problem with the student is student have not covered that standard. That's the only problem. Student has not covered that concept comprehensively. That's the only problem. If you cover it, nobody can twist you. So this is the care that you must take. select the right faculty who is giving you right guidance, not shortcut. Don't search for shortcuts. Shortcuts will work only in a normal basic scenario. In an exceptional scenario like yesterday's paper, May 2022 paper is also, every time when a paper became tough, I don't know, my sales of CA final Google Drive increases because people realized that if you want to handle even the toughest paper, take Harsha sir classes. This is the remark which I got. I'm happy for that. Okay, so don't take chance at all, and never run behind crash courses. For me also, I can do a crash course. I have a revision class of 25 hours. I can sell it for 2000 rupees also, but I'm not doing. Why? Because by selling that, I will get money. But the problem is students are failing. Students are risking their attempt. So I'm not selling it. They may buy full course or smart course, or they may not buy. It's okay. I lose admission. No problem. At least I would have lost in a year 1000 admissions for CA final audit just because I'm not selling my fast track and crash course. I hope you understood the what I can say complete guidance on CA final audit. That's it. All the very best. Take decision wisely.